craving some quiz tonight and my prayers were answered. Ben, what if you carbonated your vape juice? What would happen then? Akcenty Mavlina interpretusi, Ubida komu vitadku, skilko is vasas the news of carriage t do Google Translate? Rainy day and off from work? Time for some quizzing, SQRLYES. Insert clever message here.
What a shame.
AAAAAAAAAND1.
What a shame.
Fruity, 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 fruity. Ring, 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 ding a ding, ring a ding, ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, a ding, a ring, 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 ring a ding.
shame.
Shame.
What a shame.
Shame.
What a shame.
Shame.
What a shame. What a shame.
Pain, 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 pain.
What a shame.
It's Distinction! Good evening! Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Guten Abend, willkommen, and welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 7th of October. Hope you're all keeping well. I should give you some Plinko bonuses. Have some Plinko bonuses right there. Oh, 33. How generous you are, bot. I got a new thing. Do you like it? There's a thing in my office. I'll turn the light off, it becomes a bit clearer. I'm streaming in Times Square. No, I just got a new toy to go up on the wall, which I'll show you in a bit later on. It's just a bit fun to fill up the wall of charm, the wall of wholesomeness, as we're calling it. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well. I think it probably is blurry with the light off there. Yeah, possibly. Well. I am feeling slightly ropey because, like an absolute numpty, I decided today is a good day to just go and do the park run for the first time in a year. And now all of me hurts. So yeah, I'm powering through with the help of this new bottle of wine from M&S, the Boroughbrook Cabernet Sauvignon. Mrs. Flush and Mini Flush are out at an open-air cinema tonight, so it's just me and the dog, so if they start yapping in the background, it's because they're sad and lonely, and maybe they'll come and visit us later on. Did I cut? No, I didn't carbonate my vape, Clive. I did not. Anyway, a few things I need to go through. First of all, Aaron, thank you very much for that pack. Debut pack from Aaron there in Plinko. Bad luck to Nando losing out on potentially 4,000 pennies. Or 2,000 pennies. Yeah, because 198 doubled and then times 5. Yeah. Alas, it wasn't to be. I'm going to stop that bonus right there. And good evening to Shapes under Run, Paulister and Kamikaze, Lewis, MPL Dart, Aaron, Lottibus. Good evening, AB Me and Nando and Jogging and BC. Good evening, it's H Games and Arden Fets and Colo and Mantissa. To Colin and Clive and Apodo and Claire. Good evening, Not a Cat and Stinson's Angle and Innes and Puzzle Dan. Good evening, Silent Marine and Toot, Bassoonist and Stilgar. G. Eisens, New Chatter, Big Boss and K. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Make sure you are whispering to the bot over the course of the game, Big Boss. Otherwise, your answers won't be processed, which would be terribly sad. Welcome to you. Welcome, JB Henry, KS, Kegler Coach, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the stream. You're most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for the second episode of Season 12 of Game Night. I've got some thanks to do as well. We had a few things coming, a little early hype train there. Thank you very much to Paulister, who's craving some quiz tonight, and his prayers were answered. Thank you for that 9-month subscription. A Twitch baby, Paulister. Thank you very much for the support. Clive, 46 months. No, I still haven't carbonated my vape, Clive, but thank you for the 46-month subscription there. To Kamikaze, rainy day and off from work, time for some quizzing. Sounds good to me. Thank you for the another Twitch baby there from Kamikaze, 9-month subscription. Thank you very much. Aaron Stockdale, thank you for the 100 bits and the Greek, Cyrillic, not sure what it was, but very grateful to you for the bits. Arden Fetch inserting a clever message there. Thank you for the 17-month. Angie Eisens, and one. That's following on from the chat over in Hudson's channel about doing bullseye. Ukrainian, okay, thank you. Yeah. We're back for DangerZone. That's fine, Chaos. Distinction's quite quick, remember, so we'll probably be in and out before 9 o'clock, so hopefully get back from there. And it's had to steal from to get those. No, it's kind of Amazon. It was like, I think it was on offer, or I got a voucher or something when I went to checkout, so it seemed like a good deal. I can make it say all sorts of things, and it's all controlled from the phone, which is dead handy. Yeah, so I can let down, and then I just send that over. I'll send another message. Don't postpone joy, which is quite deep. We can just make it say game night. Apparently that's yellow. I mean, Hondo P is in yellow. You have to be in Bluetooth range or run, I'm afraid. Though that would be a really fun reward to do. I don't know if I can make it work. You got a clip for yeah, send it his way. We can do this one will take a while to send, but it'll load up eventually. I can control the brightness, actually. Yeah, that's one thing I can do. Once it's loaded, hopefully it'll follow my socials. I don't actually have half of those. There we go. So that's the brightness being controlled a little bit. I don't actually have half of those socials. So yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going to put it back on the what's happening tonight. So that's a fun new toy. Anyway, we've got Distinction right now with a pack from Ramsey Vox. Very grateful to Colo for proofing this here pack. And we've got 27 players in, which is nice to see. It's sort of any time entry. You can join in between the rounds on this one. You can't join in the middle of the game, but it's because it's quite fast and furious. Time to give it very good. Yeah, so like I say, I'm feeling just a little bit tonight, a bit woozy, but so in a way it's sort of a relief that it's a somewhat shorter stream. Riff, good evening, welcome to the game. I might show you some work in progress of the Purge in a bit. It's not ready for a playtest yet, but it's getting there. Xenia, welcome on in. And welcome to you both, welcome to the stream. I'm going to give this till the end of this loop and then we will commence. So yeah, it's just me and the dogs tonight. Just before I went live, or just after I went live, I went down to get the bottle of wine. The bottle. And the cat had just brought in a mouse. Blissfully, it was dead. But yeah, I was over the door, and then Dexter decided to have a little chew on it, so I had to bribe it out of his paws, out of his mouth with treats. So, yeah, so the cats are the ones that bring in the mice, Aaron. Right, looks like we have got 26, 27, 20, 29, I think, players in. So if you're ready to play our first game of the night, as written by Ramsey Fox, it's Distinction. Not Blissfully for the mouse, no. The mouse was probably very sad about it, but never mind. Can't be helped. Such is life. It's a circle of life, isn't it? The cats, they've probably gone out anyway, to be fair, if they're not bringing in rodents. Let's play Distinction! Incidentally, it was my slowest ever park run today. It took me over half an hour. My PB is 24:40, and it took me 30-something today, 30 minutes, 31 or something. This is a game where answers are secreted. It is indeed, Nando. So, and I've just realised something. Did I change the settings? Shit, I didn't. Whoops. Let's take that off, and hopefully that won't have remembered that. I forgot to turn off the exact spelling required from the last time we played with Topper. Hopefully, we'll get around that. Hopefully, it won't be too much of a problem either way. Anyway, in this round, there are 3 boards, and on each board there are exactly 10 answers that will fit with the criteria that is given along the top. You have got to give me up to a maximum of 3. The first player to find the answer will be credited with it on the board and earn themselves 20 points. You can only give me up to 3. Once you've got 3, don't bother typing anything else because you won't be able to get any more, but only the first player to find each answer can get the points for it. Secreted on each board, 1 on each board, there is a bonus answer which is chosen at random. Chronoblizer47, welcome to the stream. You just missed the lobby, but you can join in at the start of round 2. That bonus answer will be worth 30 points, and there is 1 on each board, so you have the potential maximum of 90 points up for grabs. Yeah, you can give me 1 from each board, 2 from one and 1 from another, or 3 from the same board. It's entirely up to you, but make sure, most importantly, that you whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. Otherwise, it won't be processed and will likely be deleted by a moderator, or someone else will steal it and put it in for you. So you have been warned. You've got 1 minute, so no penalties for wrong answers. So type as many things as you can, but do be mindful of what has already been taken. I don't actually know how people play this game. Do they just type without even looking and then hope for the best at the end? We'll find out. Yes, and keep answering until you've got 3 on the board, when you will have somewhere... If you've got 3, you will have somewhere between 60 and 90 points, and you'll be shown on the left-hand side. Good luck, 60 seconds, and we are looking for, on these first 3 boards, exactly 10 correct answers on each. Artists or bands with 10 or more UK #1 singles, Disney Renaissance animated feature films from 1989 to 1999, and cities that have hosted or will host multiple summer and or winter Olympic Games through 2032. 2 of the bonuses have gone already, Madonna on the left, Aladdin in the middle. There is 1 bonus answer on the right-hand side, and there goes the Disney films. All of them are taken, and Riff, Toot and Clive already finding their 3. Very well done. Okay, first 20 seconds gone, answers slowing down a bit. I found half of the answers on the left, 6 on the right, and now 4 on the left and right side. So 8 answers still available up there. 30 seconds. Have a think. There's the final bonus. Very well done to Jogging there, finding Lake Placid. That is all the bonuses accounted for. 7 answers to go. There's Elton John. 6 answers to go. Can you find them? All but 3 of you have got the potential to still give an answer. There's another. And now a run joining the top with 60. 2, 1. Well, you've done jolly well. Scary those Disney films were first. Not really. I think that's probably the ones I would have gone for. You've done jolly well there. Out of 30 potential answers, you have found 26 of them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, I think, if I counted correctly. 14 players have got points on the board, so just about half of you. 4 answers to reveal. Eminem and Calvin Harris over on the left-hand side. They have... Eminem has had exactly 10. Calvin Harris has had 11. Elvis Presley, 21. The Beatles, 17. Cliff Richards, Ed Sheeran and Westlife, 14. Madonna, 13. Take that, 12. And Elton John, 10. In the middle ball, Mulan, Lion King, Tarzan, Little Mermaid, Hercules, Hunchback, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Rescuers, and Pocahontas. They are 89, 90, 91, 92, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1993, the only one where there wasn't a feature release. And the missing answers on the right side, Innsbruck, 1964, and the Winter Olympics in 1976, and St. Moritz in 1928, and then the Winter Olympics in 1948. Well done for Jogging, finding that bonus on Lake Placid there, 1932, and the Winter Olympics in 1980. That's all there is to that board. Nice to see some points on the board. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. And if you want to come join the game, now is an opportunity to do just that by typing XIIP if you'd like to come and play. Arun, Clive, Toot, and Riff off to a strong start with 60 points. Jogging's got 50. BC, Innes, and Simpsons Angle all on 40. Avi, me, and Fetz have got 30. Aaron and Nando and Optimax and Stilgar are on 20. And everyone else is yet to score. But don't worry, we've still got plenty of time and plenty of rounds to go. So, it's getting very interesting to go on to the next round. This is where the big points are won, and then there's one more Fast and Furious round before we get into the final. Gonzo, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the game. Nice to have you with us. And just a reminder, if you are just joining us now, or if perhaps you're new to the stream, this is a game where you need to whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. And this is a game that... I don't know, I need to think about how I want to remap this one if it moves over to Universal Client or not. Something for me to think about because it is such a fast typey game. So I do want to redo it because there's so many things that are sort of slightly broken with this, but it seems to be a favourite. So yeah, it's on the to-do list. For now, we're going to move on to round number 2. And there you all are, making a nice, perfectly pretty pattern of symmetry. 3 boards in this round. We'll do them one at a time, 30 seconds on each board, and exactly 5 answers on each board. Exactly 5. Your objective is to give me one answer. Exactly one answer. Don't bother trying to give me all of the answers. There are exactly 5, but it will only process your first answer. That's very important. What you're looking for is the rarest answer, the correct answer that you think fewest other people will say. So if, for example, only one person says the answer, it will be worth the maximum 50 points. If lots and lots of people say the answer, it will be worth fewer points. And bear in mind that everyone else is also trying to play the same game of saying as few or saying as rare an answer as possible. So sometimes it feels a bit counterintuitive, but sometimes the most obvious answer is the one to go for. In each category, I'm fairly confident that there are some obvious answers and some slightly less obvious answers. Do you want to go for the obvious one, or do you want to take a risk for a rare one? Obviously, no points if you are incorrect, and I can't overrule in this game, so do double check your spelling before you submit. 30 seconds to get one answer in, whispering to the bot. And our first board, we are looking for countries that border Switzerland. You go orange once you've got an answer in. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Just waiting for Lottie Bus now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's time. Well, between you, I can say you have covered all 5 answers, so very well done there. We are going to reveal all 5. And there was also a tie at the top. We'll get to that in just a minute. Lottie missed the bus. Or possibly.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed, but hopefully Lottie is still with us. Let's go through any wrong answers first of all. Poland, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, and Finland do not border Switzerland. Belgium, you would have thought, actually, wouldn't you? Let's go have a look. I know it borders France. Where are you, Belgium? Let's zoom out from West Sussex and go a bit of a wider look. Where's Belgium? No, Belgium's a lot further north. Borders the Netherlands, Luxembourg by the looks of it, France, but not Switzerland, I'm afraid. My European geography is pants. I was in Google Maps for everything. So unfortunately, those are incorrect answers. But everyone else, well done. You're going to get at least some points. Let's go through them. First of all, 7 players sharing this and getting 20 points each. The most popular answer was France. Colin, MPL Dart, BC, Bassunis, Gonzo, Riff, and Nando all going for France. Perhaps the most obvious answers, so that strategy didn't pay off there, but still 20 points can't be bad. 6 players sharing the next answer, which is Chamonix, Stilgar, Big Boss, Kamikaze, Simpsons Angle, Clive, and Mantissa, all sharing Germany. 6 players, 30 points each. Moving up, 5 players, just one fewer, and getting 40 points each. Austria, Innis, Paulista, Arnfetz, Optimat, Kuseni. 5 players all going for Austria, picking up 40 points. And then we have got 2 answers, each with 3 players, all of whom will get 50 points. 3 players going for Italy, Claire, Arun, and Jogging, picking up 50 points. And Liechtenstein, AB Me, Shapes, and Toot, all going for that one. Perhaps the most obscure, or possibly it's just because it's got the most letters in its name. Who knows? Nato, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. Those are the answers. Lots of points going out. Very well played. Let's clear the board and move on to the next. Boing. Okie dokie. Board number 2, same rule applies. Same rules apply. Exactly 5 answers up on this board. 30 seconds to give me exactly 1 answer and try and make it the rarest correct answer that you can. So I spell it as I spell it wrong. There is an 80% spell check catch on it. This one doesn't have to be exactly spelt, but let's see what you make of this one. 5 answers, 30 seconds, and we're looking for colours of mana in Magic the Gathering. 20 seconds. Well, they've got one in this time, Lottie, so no worries there. 10 seconds. If in doubt, just say a colour. It might be right. 5 seconds. Gonzo? And you're out of time. And once again, I can confirm that you have covered all 5 answers between you, so very well done there. And there are no ties, so there's 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 points going out to Daru. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. Any wrong answers? Yellow. I'm afraid not. Yellow, yellow, purple, purple, yellow, colourless, fight me, purple, and no answer. I'm afraid not. I have got a note here from Ramsey. Some effects produce colourless or generic mana, but those are specifically not colours according to the rules. He's very, very efficient, is Ramsey. He's got that note already against Apodo, who said colourless. I've got a rebuttal right there for you, Apodo. It wouldn't have been condoned anyway because you put fight me there, and I wouldn't have been able to override it even if it were true. But yeah, unfortunately not going to fly. Everyone else, well done. You've got some points. Let's go through them. Most popular answer, 7 players going for this and getting 10 points each, was blue. 7 players going for blue. Silent Marine, Erin, Optimat, Kamikaze, Stimson's Angle Riff, and Claire all picking up 10 points. Very well done there. 6 players going for this one. It's white, 20 points each for 6 players. Innis, Unfetched, Jogging Toot, Bassoonist, and BC all going for white. Very well done. 4 players each going for the next one and getting 30 points for black. Kuseni, ABME, Shapes, and Mantissa. Good answer there for 30 points. Just 3 players going for this one for 40 points. It's red, Arun, MPL Dart, and JB Henry. Very well done. 3 players, each picking up 40 points. But just 2 players sharing the most obscure answer for 50 points each. Green, Paulister, and Stilgar, the colour you wanted to go for. Yeah, I would have thought red would have been the more obvious one, but I would just gone for red because it's the most obvious colour, maybe. I don't really follow Magic the Gathering, so yeah. Now, good points going out there. Let's clear that board and move on to the next one. Now, a bit of a thinky one coming up here. And I'm wondering if there might be some pain on the spell check. And this is one that probably would have benefited from an exact spelling, but I didn't implement it for round 2, regrettably. I only implemented it for rounds 1 and round 3. But I would encourage you to watch your spelling on this one and check very carefully. 30 seconds, exactly 5 answers, and we are looking for an 8-letter anagram of Tanglia. Now, spell check may work for or against you here. We will have to see. Okay, you've had half your time. Don't expect to see this in distinction. A lot of unanswered straps there. And I can say that you have covered 3 out of 5 of the answers. 12 players in total have been awarded points. Let's take a look at wrong answers and abstentions first of all. Danglia, no, I'm afraid there is no D, Erin. Tanglia is not an 8-letter anagram of Tanglia. It's the same word, so therefore can't be an anagram. Ringtail. R-I-N-G. I don't believe that's a word. It is an anagram, but I don't think it's a word for Suna, so it's not going to fly. Though great attempt there. And Glantia, again, I'm not sure that's a word. Though the N and the C are relatively nearby. It's nearly glacier, but with a T. Glacier. It's not going to fly. I'm afraid. I'm very sorry. No points for you. 7 players, each going for this answer and picking up 30 points. Integral, Colin, Kuseni, Opsimat, Innis, MPL Dart, JB Henry, and Nando. All picking up 30 points. Very well done for Integral there. Just 3 players going for this next one for 40 points. triangle. Shapes, riff, and toot. Very well spotted if you got to that one. And finally, just 2 players going for this one for 50 points each. Relating, Clive and Apodo Nuevo. Very well done. And there were 2 distinctive answers that... first time we've seen it in this round. Let's reveal them, both beginning with A, curiously. Alerting and altering. That was the one I was worried was actually going to get caught out by the spell check, but no one went for them anyway, so there we go. Altering and alerting were the 2 missing answers. Still a few points going out there. Slightly tricky question to give you a bit of a curveball at the end, but let's see what's happened at the end of the round as we clear the board and check out the scores. Well, Toot into the lead with 170. Hello, Nat. Welcome to the game. XIIP if you want to come and join at this point. Toot in the lead with 170. A Run's got 150. Clive with 140. They're currently our top 3 and favourites into the final. But right behind them, Riff and Innes on 130. Joggy and Shapes on 120. ABME on 110. Optimat and Stilgar and Cassini all on 100. Fetz and Dart and Paulus are on 90. BC, Stimson Angle on 80. Nando and JB have got 70. Welcome to the game, Pyro Pygmy. And Ramsey Fox, welcome to the stream. Just in time to see your pack getting played out and considered. But to be fair, I probably should have caught that as well. It's something I really need to rethink the logic of how it works in a new version. But we're very grateful for the questions all the same, Ramsey. Welcome to the stream. Ferbster, welcome to the game. Claire and Mantis have got 60. Apodo and Colin on 50. Kamikaze and Basunis on 40. Aaron and Big Boss on 30. Gonzo on 20. Silent Reen on 10. Loctibus and Puzzle Dan are yet to score. We've still got 1 round before the final round, and of course you can still get points even if you aren't one of our final 3. Anyone else coming to join us? Oh god. Yeah, it's just everything hurts. Stomach and shoulders and legs. It's not it. Chronoblizer, welcome on into the game. Make sure everyone, just a reminder, if you are just joining us, so welcome to the stream. Found you courtesy of Ash and Bash, if I recall. Give you a follow. Well, grateful to Ash for the splash off, and grateful to you, Ferbster, for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Just a quick reminder, if you are playing for the first time, or if you're just joining the game and want to remind you need to whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot in this game. So make sure you do, because anything you type in public chat may very well be stolen by another player, because it's in this round, it's the first one to get there gets the points. Let's go to round number 3. And you will notice in round number 3 it looks very similar to round number 1. That's because the rules are exactly the same, except the boards of 10 are not necessarily exhaustive lists. In round 1 there were exactly 10 answers. In this one there may be more than 10. There may not be, actually. These may be exhaustive lists as well. I didn't proof this one, so I can't be sure. Colo and Ramsey may be able to enlighten you a bit further, but the assumption is that they are not necessarily exhaustive lists, so you've got to slightly get inside the head of the question writer as well. Definitely not fewer than 10 answers, Cassini. No, definitely not. And of course, in this round, all the points are doubled. So if you find me a correct answer, you get 40 points instead of 20. As before, you can only give me a maximum of 3, so keep typing until you've got 3 answers in. Keep thinking and pressing and guessing, as it were. Once again, there are 3 bonus answers, 1 secreted on each board, which are worth 60 points if you can find them. 40 plus half again to give you a total of 60, which means if you find all 3 bonus answers, you could potentially get 180 points, which means even someone on 0 could get into the final in theory. Once again, you can give me 1 from each board, 2 from one and 1 from another, or 3 from one, entirely up to you, depending where your strengths lie. But only the first player to get the answer will get the points, after which it will be revealed on the board. Whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot, and good luck to you all. You have got 1 minute to tell me 10 periodic elements that start with a vowel, 10 words that complete the title of a Nintendo game, Super Mario Blank, and 10 states admitted to the United States after 1850. There's 2 bonuses, aluminium and sunshine, going from the left and the centre board. There is a bonus on the right if you can find it. Blimey, we're nearly out of time. Maybe me up to 120 already. Some good play there. And there's the final one, Wyoming. Getting a bonus, the first time Wyoming has ever been a bonus. And we've got 1 more answer to find. Could we get a clear board? It's over on the left-hand side. I'll start going through the answers. Colorado, Oklahoma, Minnesota, Wyoming. We've done it with 21 seconds to go. It's the first time it's ever happened. We've got a clear board. Let's go. You clever, clever people. Oh. I really want some fireworks or like confetti or something. If that happens, I need to have an Easter egg or something in there. And there's no point in giving everyone bonus points if that happens. But what I can do is give everybody 500 bonus pennies. Bonus 500. So if you were here to witness this historic moment, you get 500 pennies. So there we go. There's a nice bonus for you all. If you type bonus 500 into the chat, no, not bonus 5,000, Nathan. That's not how the app works. Bonus 500. You can have 500 bonus pennies to commemorate this historic moment. I hope the game doesn't crash now because there's nothing to reveal. Yeah, very well done there, everybody. And lots of people claiming some pennies. Yeah, bonus 500. Oh, that's very exciting. I can't believe how excited I am that that's happened. Finally. It's taken 18 months has this game been going. Certainly a while. How do I do the bonuses? I have a separate app, which is my Game Night controller app, which is effectively plugged into TwitchLib as well. And when you type in, it adds your name to a list. And then when I press stop bonus, it iterates onto the internal penny list, which is stored on my hard drive. And in the same way that game pennies are iterated, and then at the end of the stream, I push it up to the GitHub, which is then read by the online reader. So yeah, simple as that. It's just a JSON structure. Really? A notepad file. The entire penny bank is... Well, there's several notepad files. There's one for each game and then a central one for all the pennies and stuff. 34 people claiming that bonus, which I'm going to stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. What an historic moment. 500 bonus pennies for all of y'all. Just going through in aluminium, or aluminum if you're American. Antimony, argon, einsteinium, erbium, iodine, iron, osmium, oxygen, and uranium. The Mario game, Super Mario Land on the Game Boy in 89, World on the SNES in 90, Kart on the SNES in 2002, Sunshine on the GameCube in 2002, Strikers on the GameCube in 2005, aka Mario Smash Football in some parts of the EU, Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii in 2007, Super Mario Maker on the Wii U 2015, Super Mario Run on iOS and Android in 16-17, Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch in 17, and Super Mario Party on the Switch in 2018. And states submitted to the Union, you've found them all. Minnesota in 58, Kansas in 61, 18, this is 1858, 1861, Nevada 1864, Colorado 1876, South Dakota 1889, Washington 1889, Wyoming 1819, that bonus answer there as well. 1907 for Oklahoma, Arizona in 1912, and Hawaii in 1959. I think that is not an exhaustive list because there's Alaska has come in since Hawaii or just before Hawaii. I forget. I should know these things, but I don't. Anyway, hopefully the game isn't going to crash. AB Mika away with 120 points. He must be happy with that. No, this is going to clear the board. They're not exhaustive. No, I know they're not typically, but I wasn't sure if they happen to be in this case. And there we have our finalists. Arun, Toot, and AB Me. 250, 250, and 230. Unobtainium an element. That sounds... I know unanonium is one, which is also not on the list, so actually, yeah, they're not exhaustive. And those are the scores going into the final. So our three finalists are going to be Arun, Toot, and AB Me. Very well done there. You're going to get a chance to play for the medals. Gold, silver, and bronze are the medals that you three are going to win, but who's going to have what remains to be seen. Clive just denied a place in the final this time, but goes in as a strong contender in the audience portion of the final on 220. And remember, there is a medal for the highest scoring player not in the final who's going to get the lobby medal. You got a chance in the audience game to get even more points as we go to the final round. And AB Me, Toot, and Arun, you will get at least what you've got now, plus whatever you end up with in the final. And I think that's about all there is to it. So, without any further ado, it's Arun versus Toot versus AB Me in the distinction final. I love to see a full board of names up at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 across. 24, 5, 6, 7, 8. 31 means total of 34 players in the game. So, you are going to get one final category, and our audience players up at the top, you have got 1 minute to name as many of them as you can, up to a maximum of 5. That's what those 5 red pips are for on each of your straps. As before, the fewer people who say the answer, the more points they are worth. But remember, you can give me 5 inside a minute. So maybe try and think of some of those rarer ones to begin with. And if you're struggling towards the end, maybe that's a good time to go for some of the more obvious ones. Just because you still get points, even if lots of people say them, you just get fewer points. So try and get as many pips as you can. You want to try and get 5 green pips up there by the end. Again, just keep no penalties for wrong answers. So just keep pressing and guessing. Once you've given me 5, you won't be able to get any more. That's our audience game in the first minute. A run 2 and A, B, me, you don't want to type anything during this round. You just want to be having a little think, because what you're going to be doing in a minute is playing against our audience game. Starting with the points that you earned in the first portion of the game, you will then have to give me 1 answer going left to right, and then 1 answer going right to left. So a run will go first and last, and A, B, me will be in the middle. What will happen is that for every person in the audience game who said the answer that you gave, you will lose 5 points from your total. So what you're going to be looking for, people in our final, a run, toot, and A, B, me, is answers that nobody or as few people as possible said. So it is still the name of the game, looking for the most distinctive answers. If you give me a wrong answer in the final game, or if either of your answers are wrong, you lose 100 points. Also, the points are capped at 100, so if more than 20 people say it, you won't lose more than 100. We'll go left to right and then right to left, and whoever has got the most points left at the end will be the winner. If there is a tie, we will do a count back. First of all, the highest scorers coming in, and then the highest scorer at the end of round 3, and so on, like that. Hopefully that makes sense. Doesn't matter so much for the audience player game, but for our finalists, again, make sure you double check your spelling, because I can't override the answer once you have submitted it. So, I sort of inverted 1 versus 100. It's a bit more like pointless this round, I think. It feels very pointless. The closest I've got to doing pointless, I think. Hopefully everyone is happy with the rules. Players in the audience, you have got 1 minute on the clock to give me as many rare answers, or just correct answers, as you can on the subject of first names of exactly one and only one US president. And I will clarify here, in case anyone is wondering, what about people who have been president more than once but not consecutively? That counts as one president. So people. First names of exactly one and only one US president. So people who have of which there have been only one. So for example, if President Ben was the first president, and there was only ever one president then, Ben would be a valid answer. But if there'd been President Kolo as the first and President Kolo as the third, that would not count. Hopefully that makes sense. We one person, yes. Actual names are not nicknames, as Ramsey Fox is saying. So, 5 seconds, audience players. Lots of people getting 5s in here. Oh, this is very interesting. Who was that? Oh, yeah. I was just thinking, there's a name that's come out. I have absolutely no idea which president that was. Oh, yeah, that one. So, a run, a toot, and A, B, me. Hopefully you've had a good chance to think about those. I will tell you that there are 3 distinct answers. There are 3 answers that nobody in our audience went for. Okay? So they're the answers you're looking for, because they will preserve your score. Good luck, and double check your spelling. A run. First answer, please. Harry. Harry. Is that a correct answer? Yes, it is. That would be Harry S. Truman, the 33rd president. How many people said Harry? Right out of the gate, Arun, you have found one of those 3 distinct answers. Very well played. Nobody went for Harry, and you maintain your 250. That's a lot of pressure going on to Toot. We come to you for your first answer, please. Benjamin. I realised halfway through I gave it away, because I don't know that Ben would have counted. In fact, I know for a fact Ben wouldn't have counted. Is Benjamin a correct answer, though? Yes, indeed. Benjamin Harrison, the 23rd US president. Benjamin Harrison. How many people said Benjamin? 3. I don't know why it doesn't do the animation there, because it does the sound effects, but sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Weird bug. 3 people went for Benjamin, which means you lose 15 points. Still in second place, too, but one more answer to go. Have a think about some more. ABB, there are still 2 distinct answers up there. Can I have your first answer, please? Grover. Grover. Is that a correct answer? Yes, it is. Despite the fact he's served as 2 presidents, 22nd and 24th, there has only been 1 person named Grover, so that answer does count. How many people said Grover? Eight people said Grover, losing you 40 points, ABME, down to 190. I need another answer from you now, ABME. If you can give me your second answer, please. Henry. Henry. Has there been a President Henry? Not according to our records, there hasn't. What do I want? What? I don't understand, JB. What do you mean, what do I want? Did I? Oh, Henry! Oh, fucking hell, that took me far too long. No, I'm afraid, ABME, there has not been a President Henry, and so you lose those 100 points. You're down to 90. It does mean you are now guaranteed the bronze, so the battle to the gold is now between Toot and Arun. Toot. Second answer, please. Spoilers? Oh, yeah, no spoilers in the chat. I was worried about this, that I'm giving away spoilers, because I'm giving details as I go. Franklin. Is that a correct answer? Apparently not. And I'm hoping someone is going to tell me why. Because I can think of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Franklin Pierce. Aha. No, I don't want to go onto the Congress website. Wikipedia will do. Let's take a look. Let's just confirm that. Franklin D. Roosevelt, who's the one I'd heard of. Yes, Franklin Pierce, the 14th. And Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd. So, unfortunately, that's the wrong answer, and you dropped to 135, which means a run is now guaranteed the gold. But the more pennies, the rarer your answer, the more pennies you can still earn out of this a run. So, just for fun and games, a run, your final answer, please. Dwight. Is it a correct answer? Yes, Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th president. How many people said Dwight? We're denied that second distinct answer, but only 4 people going for it, meaning a run finishes on 230. Tricky little round there, and we've got ABME finishing with the bronze on 90, Toot finishing with the silver on 135, but our winner this week with 230 points, and the gold medalist, it's a run! Good game, well played, a run, and that's a resounding victory. 95 clear points over silver, such as the swings of this. Normally, it's rare to see a couple of crash outs, but I think there was a particularly fiendish round from Ramsey there, with plenty of good, easier answers in there. Let's go through the rest of the answers here and see how many people said them. So Ulysses S. Grant. Oh, just before that, a message from our sponsor, Shadowmane.
Evening all. Wish I could have joined the game sooner. I could have denied a distinction as I'd answered Harry.
Would you have gone for Harry? Shadowmane. Sure. Too bad you weren't here, but thank you for the 31-month subscription. I hope you can join us for DangerZone in just a few minutes' time. Yeah, Ulysses S. Grant was the 18th president, 7 players going for that. That was the one I couldn't think of, which 20 people went for. Ronald. I was thinking, that wasn't President McDonald. I don't remember him. But no, of course, it was Ronald Reagan, the 40th. 20 players going for that, so won't be quite as many points going out there. Barack as in President Obama, the 44th. 15 players going for that. Millard Fillmore, the 13th president. 6 players going for that. Woodrow Wilson Put my teeth back in. 28th President, 4 players going for that. Good answer there. Benjamin, I sort of alluded to it, as Toot said it as well. Just 3 players going for that. Big Boss Simpson and NPL Dart. Very well done for Benjamin. Yes, that was Benjamin Harrison, 23rd. Gerald Ford, the 38th President. 5 players going for that. Rutherford B. Hayes, that was a good answer if he gave that. Just 2 players. Rutherford B. Hayes was the 19th. Innocent Big Boss NK, very well played there. Martin Van Buren, I think? Yes, 8th President. Riff, Nando, Innocent, Jogging going for that. Good points for that. Dwight D. Eisenhower, 4 players going for that. We've already discussed. Calvin, I almost said Calvin Harris then. He wasn't the president. He's a singer. Calvin Coolidge, is it? Calvin Coolidge, 30th President. Shakes BC and Optimus going for that. Martin Van Buren, presiding judge, DJ, yeah, quite. Grover Cleveland, we discussed 22nd, 24th. 8 players going for that. Thomas, thought a few more people might have gone for this one, but yeah, Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President, just JB and BC going for that. Good answer. Chester A. Arthur, the 21st President, 5 going for that. Theodore, or Teddy would also have been accepted. Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th President, Parapiping Silent Marine, getting good points. Herbert Hoover, Republican President, and he was the... Where have you gone, Herbert? 31st, 4 players going for that. Abraham Lincoln, obviously, 6 players going for Lincoln, or Abraham rather, 16th President. Richard Richard Nixon, the 37th President, 4 players going for that. Lyndon B. Johnson, he's 36th. 2 players going for that. Good answer there. Zachary, again, I said Zachary Quinto, I don't mean that. Zachary Taylor, the 12th President, again, just 2 players. Joseph, just 1 player, Apodo. Great answer for Joseph. Joseph R. Biden, the incumbent US President. And the 3 distinct answers, we've already had Harry. We also missed off Warren G. Harding, the 29th. Harry S. Truman, and Donald J. Trump, the 45th. What was the... Which other ones did I say? Woodrow Wilson was the 28th, and Harry S. Truman we discussed earlier on, the 33rd. See, chat. Let me look at the chat. Oh, right. So just looking at the chat now, I wrote Donald and it took it as Ronald. Yeah, okay, so that's the spell check issue there. Took my Donald as Ronald, which might explain why it was so high. Yeah, of course. That's a spell check thing. I don't have an error in my code, Ferbster. It is a known thing. It is not an error. It is unexpected behaviour. I wouldn't necessarily call it an error. Yes, Donald as Ronald. The reason for that is because it looks through the answers in order. And Ronald was obviously because they were populated in chronological order, so it would have looked at that and seen Donald. That's an 80% match to Ronald. We'll take that. Yeah, that's an interesting bug. And it's one of the things in this game that I do need, because it's very often you do get rounds like this where it's very similar answers. But yeah, something I need to think about when it gets to a refurb. Sorry that I missed the chat saying that. Yes, thank you to yes, yeah. So we've got it, Ferbster. We've got it. Thank you for your forbearance with that, and I think it made a massive amount of difference to our finalist players there. But it meant that just having a look, there were 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 players: Mantissa, Clive, Lottibus, Gonzo, and Stilgar. And a message from our sponsor, Stimson.
Donald Trump be robbed of a vote. Never.
Very amusing. Yeah, still got Gonzo, Lottibus, Clive, and Mantissa. For all you 5, it had said you've already said Ronald or a variation thereon. So I imagine that was you typing Ronald, or typing Donald and then Ronald, as it were. So there's 5 players that would have potentially affected there if they couldn't find another subsequent answer. But doesn't look like it's had any meaningful impact because no one went for Ronald or Donald in the final. Let's go check out the final scores. Go! Oh, let's clear that away. Anyway, the fewer people said it, the more points you get. And yeah, final scores. And it is Innis who is going to take our lobby medal right there on 330. A Run takes the gold, Toot takes the silver, and it's AB Me who gets the bronze. Clive, despite being sandwiched between some medalists there, is going to be denied a medal on this occasion. And a message from our sponsor, JB Henry.
First time playing this. What a lovely game.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much, JB Henry. Yeah, it does seem to be quite popular. My cruelty no ends. Okay. I'm so sorry, Clive. I'm very sorry.
What a shame.
If you only typed Donald, then it would have been condoned as Ronald, and I imagine a lot of players who typed Ronald would have typed Donald, so, you know, it would have been sort of much of a muchness, whichever one it got classed under. But I do appreciate it is something that needs to be fixed, and this game is on the shortlist to be redone. Once I finish the Purge and then Red Herrings, it'll probably be this one. Whichever way I approach it, but that will be something I will be addressing. Many thanks to Ramsey Fox for this question pack. There's been a lot of fun playing that tonight, and huge thanks as well to Colo for proofing it and sitting the game out. ABME takes Innes takes the lobby, ABME takes the bronze, Toot takes the silver, and it's Arun who takes the gold. And whatever your penny count is, or sorry, whatever your score is at the moment, if you times it by 3, that is how many pennies you will get for this game. So everyone taking some pennies away, some more than others. Arun banking nearly 1,500 pennies there, so not bad for 40 minutes work. It is just gone 9 o'clock. When we come back, we are going to be playing all new DangerZone, brand new software. Test game last week, a retro pack from Mrs. Flush, and a couple of bugs notwithstanding, it seemed to run quite smoothly, so fingers crossed that it does do the same again tonight. To play this game, you will need to get the app, which you can either get in your browser or you can download a standalone version. I haven't updated it since last week. But if you're playing on PC and you haven't got the most up-to-date version, might be worth considering downloading. If you want to play in browser, though, it hasn't been updated, so hopefully it'll remember your credentials. Which no, haven't updated it, not the client since last week. So yeah, it's useful, isn't it? It's dead useful. Yes, though, it's basically deformed DangerZone. Now that we have had that gag, but it is being styled as DangerZone. So yeah, hopefully. It will remember your credentials so you can just log in. If you haven't played before, no worries, all the instructions will be provided for you. So go over to that app and get it ready. And when we come back after the break, it will be Oni's pack for the debut of the new software of DangerZone. What a clunky sentence that was. In the meanwhile, I'll give you some distinction pennies in just a moment. If you're not subscribed, we're going to play some adverts, but don't worry because we won't start the next game without you. Congratulations again to our winners. Thank you to our writer and proofer, and I'll see you for DangerZone in just a few minutes' time. With apologies to Ramsey Fox for not including his name in the credits, I really need to make a note to myself to update the credits. And thank you again to Ramsey Fox. Apologies for not including your name in those credits there, Ramsey Fox. I will update them ready for the next time that game is played on whatever software it ends up being. Yeah, it's good music. Love a bit of Dixieland, Colin. I said I'll give you some distinct pennies, so let me do that just now. Distinct, oh goodness me, generous bot is generous. Distinct 484 if you like 484 pennies. Can't be bad. I'm going to play some adverts, and when we come back, it will be all new DangerZone. Don't touch that dial, and welcome to the stream, Mr. Vertigo. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it's time for DangerZone. LHDQ is the room code you need on the app. A couple of other visual changes. The helps are now slightly different, and as per requested by Jack Wilfred, I have moved the avatars over to the left-hand side of the strap. Hopefully it's all a bit clearer. Multiple ways of playing this game, either on your mobile device or on a desktop or in browser. Entirely up to you. But LHDQ is the code you need, and if you're playing on a mobile device, you can just scan that QR code. It will take you straight to the website you need. Room for 40 players in this game. Has now got anytime entry on it, and hopefully it now works and doesn't break things. Shadowmane, welcome to the stream. More formally, no, I said hello earlier on, but I'll say hello again now. So, do come and join in this pack written by Oni. It's following standard DangerZone rules, so 5 questions across 5 rounds with 6 players in the final. That's the standard DangerZone metrics. Of course, there is the capacity to have different metrics now, but those are the standard ones, and those are the ones that we are following for this game. Optimats, welcome to the stream, welcome to the game. Hope you're well. It's a Limmy Shao. Does it? Oh, I mean, the bass line in this loop is just... It's just one note. Oh, you mean rhythmically it sounds like it? Possibly. I'll give you a few minutes to come and join. We've got 25 in so far. Looking to lock the lobby at 1:15, so it gives you about 3 minutes according to my phone. Anyone having any drama with the app thus far? Do speak now. None yet? Okay, that's a good start. Positive start. I can't see anyone who has joined and not validated yet. So that's encouraging. No drama, but we've developed some romance. Oh, that's always nice. Welcome on in, Stilgar. 26 players in now. Yeah, you're good. You got another minute or two, yeah, Innocent Natter. Do. And yeah, as I mentioned last week, I did rewrite the main theme and then decided I hated it. Little issue, but it's your side. How so, Pyro? Is there anything I can do to help? Oh, God. Anything I can do to help? Can I update the background screen to only say DangerZone? What, on the app? Welcome, Big Boss. How do you mean, run? The background screen on the app. Oh, the one I stole from the past. Yeah, I suppose I can. That one, my scroll bar. Yeah, I can do that. I'll give you some instructions, actually, can't I? Who's that? Ah, Pyro, welcome on in. Oh, it would be a real missed opportunity not to be able to get this up on a request queue. Oh no, it's going to have to go that way, isn't it? There you go. Instructions for the game. Stay out of the danger zone. Oh, desktop mobile. Oh, okay, fine, Porry. Good stuff. No, for a second. Yeah, stay out of the danger zone. That is the aim of the game. But being in the danger zone, it can be very, very punishing, especially in the end game if you get there. Each round there are 5 questions. The objective is to answer as quickly as possible. The fastest correct answers will get the most points, equal to the fastest player will get equal to the number of points players still in live play. If after question 5 you are in the danger zone, i.e. players with the lowest scores, you will be eliminated from the game, but you may continue to play to earn yourself bonus pennies as you can continue playing throughout, but you will no longer be eligible for the gold, silver and bronze medal. There is a lobby medal if you are the highest player in what we call the boneyard at the end. Sync with the marquee at the top of the screen as well. Oh, that's nice. It has actually, has the same speed. Welcome, Inca. Welcome on in. So yes, we eliminate players at the end of each round if they are in the danger zone, and those danger zone points count against you at the end. Each round, if you are in live play, you get a help. You can either nerf the question for some free points, equal to half the number of players in live play, or you can multiply the question. Press the smaller ×2 button at the end of the answer, and it will give you double points if you are correct. You can use either help once each round, but not both. Once you've used your help, it is gone for the round. If you are still in live play, it will be refreshed at the start of the next round. The dogs are sparring. I don't know if you can hear that. Let's just close that door. They're having a wrestle downstairs. It should work in browser Optimats at the moment. Oh, GSH Plus Channel Studio. Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. It is on the Trello board, Optimas, to make a standalone Mac version. For now, it should work in browser, but I don't have a standalone version. Doesn't load in the latest Safari. Blocked a frame with Origin X from accessing a frame with Origin Y. Oh, that is interesting. Working for you in the latest. Okay. Interesting. I will bump the Make a Mac compatible version up the Trello board. I'll bump it up the order of importance. Can't seem to get it onto my phone. What phone have you got, Natter? It might be Apple doing Apple things. Yeah, and again, just to clarify, I haven't tested it on every device. I've tested it on a few. I've tested it on my phone, my wife's phone, my iPad. And I've not got the newest phone. I've got an iPhone X, so XS, I think. Oak Navapon, thank you very much for that follow. Oh, 14. Oh, blimey. What issue are you getting, Natter? Is it just not loading? And are you in Safari or are you on Chrome on your phone? These are all questions that I need answers for before I can offer any more. Safari, if you've got access to another browser, possibly Chrome, try that. It might be a Safari-based issue. If it sounds like we've had a couple of issues with Mac so far, so if Mac's throwing a tantrum, that might be a problem. What I would desperately love to do is to make an actual app rather than a WebGL app, but unfortunately I can't get that on the I can't get on the App Store because it's just so prohibitively expensive to do that. Browser version on my Mac is working on Chrome, if that helps anyone. Thank you very much, Shapes, for the input there. I'll give it a few more minutes just for the players who are maybe having some slight technical issues here at the moment. Again, this is the problem with trying to do something universal for everything. Let's for it. 16.1. Okay. Maybe try the latest version or different browser. Sounds like Safari might be having some minor headache issues. Right, I wanted to start at 1:15. It is now 18 minutes past, so I'm going to give it one more minute. Chrome works. Okay, that's reassuring to know. So, sounds like there might be some larger issues on Safari. So, Mac standalone support needs to get bumped up the order of importance. And I might look into that Safari issue, because that's very strange. But some Safaris are working, some aren't. But also, we've got 29 people in so far. It has got anytime entry, but of course, if you join after round 1, then you're automatically in the boneyard. So you want to join as early as you possibly can, really. 30 seconds, and then we lock it. Opener Vapon has joined the lobby. You just need to validate your account by typing that code into the chat. Opener Vapon. And that will link it with your Twitch username and hopefully make you appear in game. So you've joined the lobby, but type in that code into the chat. Oh, come on, Natter. Come on. Opener Vapon, I see that you have joined the lobby, but you've not validated the account yet. So there'll be a 4-letter code on your device, Opener Vapon, which you need to type into the chat, otherwise you won't get any data from the game. Because you're not technically into the lobby yet. So there's a 4-letter code, Opener Vapon. Type it into the chat. There you go. Welcome on in and welcome to the stream. That should be the only time you need to do that, unless I update the build. Which it sounds like I might have to do at some point. There we go. Right, Natter, there we go. Natter's in the lobby. And hopefully Natter can get in the game and make it 31 players. Thank you everyone for your patience. New app, who dis? Slight teething issues. I want to get as many people in as want to play. Here we go. 5, 4, 3. There we go. There's Natter. 2, 1. Chrono, what are you trying to do here? No, you need the app, Chrono. It's on the screen. It's been there for 5 minutes. Don't type that into the chat. You need the app. If you've joined Chrono Blazer, which I don't think I've seen your name. I don't see your name yet, Chrono Blazer. We are going to have to get on because I've given everyone plenty of time. Try and do mid-game join. If you can get onto the app in the browser, then we'll let you in a bit later on. But for now, we do need to get on with the game. Oh, yeah. Sorry, still go. If you do !app, it'll... Okay, no, but well, if you want to join in midway through, that could be a good test case, Chrono, but the link is there. Let's get on with the game and lock you all in. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the size of the danger zone in this first round. Means we will be losing 6 players come the end of the round. So, do your best to stay out of that danger zone. Round number 1. All you have to do is follow the rules. It's literally following the rules. What could be simpler than that, is what Oni says. 5 questions this round. Multiplying will double your points for the question. Nerfing in the round will earn you 15 points. That's half the number of players rounded down. If you're the first correct answer in, you get 31 points. And remember, you can use either help once this round, but not both. 5 seconds after it says get ready, the question will be launched if you are running with a bit of latency. Good luck to you all. Let's play Danger Zone. if I press that button once, and now I'll press again. Let's play Danger Zone. All you have to do is follow the rules. You must not pick a year where the tallest building in the world could be found in the USA. 1939, 1959, 1999, 1979. That would have been 1999. The Petronas Towers in, I think, Kuala Lumpur. Then the world's tallest building, completed construction in 1998. In all the other years, the tallest building in the world was in America. Hello, Topper. Welcome to the streamer, dude. Who was fastest? Meringue Boy. Is Meringue Boy getting 31 points? That would be a run. Meringue Boy, 31 points. Jogflob was second and with a multiply, getting 60 points on question 1. That's a big score. Claire was third, Chapes was fourth, Abimi was fifth. Couple of nerfs in there, Paulista and Mr. Vertigo getting the flat rate of 15. And just jogging using the multiplier there. Very well played, doubling up your points. Let's reorder the board. That's a big tie in the Danger Zone. There's lots of people in there. Hopefully we won't have you all in there. Well, we can't have all of you in there at the end. But let's see, give you an opportunity to get out of that Danger Zone as we go to question number 2. What the hell is that in the background? Oh, that's my ticker, Topper. It gives instructions for the game. Question 2. You must pick a correct fact about the London Underground map. The Metropolitan line is coloured black, the Victoria line is coloured orange, the Jubilee line is coloured grey, the Central line is coloured green. BC was fastest with a multiplier there, 3.34 seconds, getting 62 points. Shape second. Nando third, also with a multiplier for 58. Claire was fourth, Meringue Boy was fifth. Quite a few multipliers coming in on that question. BC, just the 3 actually, BC, Nando and Inca, all 3 of whom were correct. A couple of nerfs getting played there. Kekla Kamikaze, Fetz, Puzzle Dan, Mantissa and Stilgar all picking up the flat rate of 15. Yeah, Metropolitan line is magenta, Central line is red, Victoria line is light blue. Jubilee line is coloured grey, the only true piece of information up there. Well done if you got that one right. Let's reorder the board. Standard Danger Zone, nice to see. Hopefully, yes, you multiply as you answer. That has changed. Admittedly, that has changed from the previous version, but you press the times 2, so it's a slight change in tactic. If you've got a star by your name, it means you've still got a help available. If you've got that no entry sign, it means you've used it this round. We have got a standard Danger Zone size of 6. Big Boss, Clive, KS, Natter, Open Nava, and Shadow still yet to score. Nando's at the top, Inca second, BC and third. Let's go on. Question 3. Amazon, Aaron. You must pick a country where you can buy a Big Mac from McDonald's in 2023. Indonesia, Iceland, Iran, Ivory Coast. Indonesia is the only one there. The other 3 do not have McDonald's in their country, so you can't buy a Big Mac or anything else from them because they don't exist in those countries. Opsy was fastest, Jogflob was second, ABME third, KS was fourth, Mantissa was fifth. Couple of nerfs in that question, Stimpson's Angle and Big Boss taking the 15.3 answer. Let's reorder the board. The answer was Indonesia. Tie in the Danger Zone, 4 players all on 15. We can only lose 6 this round, so at least one of you will need to get out. Big Boss, Mr. Vertigo, Paulista, and Puzzled all on 15. Clive, Natter, and Oak Nava yet to score. Joel Flob's at the top, Nando's in second, Inca's in third. Podo is the highest, still with a help intact, and we've got 2 questions left this round. Good luck, here is the next. You must not pick a Republican US President. Warren G. Harding, Woodrow Wilson, Rutherford B. Hayes, William Howard Taft. Second presidential appearance tonight, and I had a very similar risky business board not very long back. Can you remember Woodrow Wilson? Was a Democrat, president between 1913 and 1921. Shapes was fastest there for 31, Puzzle Dan second, Inca was third, Mr. Vertigo fourth, Mantissa was fifth. Anyone using a multiplier there? Yes, Opsy multiplying on that one and getting it right. And we've got a handful of nerfs as well. Shadowmane, Claire, Colin, Pyra and Erin all nerfing for the flat rate of 15. Let's reorder the board. With one question to go, we have got a standard danger zone size, but it's pretty tight around the margin. Kasani on 17 is in it, Dart on 18 is out. Both have got a help available, as have Nata and Oak Nava. Could yet change things up. Inca's in the lead, Opsy's in second, Jogging in third. One more question this round. Here it is. As fastest with my slow webs guess. Nice. You must not pick a hip-hop artist inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Run DMC, LL Cool J, The Beastie Boys, Africa Bambaataa. Africa Bambaataa, despite being nominated in 2008, the pioneer of electro and early hip-hop is yet to be inducted. AB Me was fastest with a multiplier for 62. Shapes was second with a multiplier for 60. Stilgar was in third, Mr. Vertigo fourth, and BC was fifth. Oak Navapon did use a multiplier, but unfortunately was wrong. Kolo used a multiplier, but was wrong. Apodo used a multiplier and was wrong. Meringue Boy used a multiplier and was wrong as well. Kasani and KS and Dart all nerfing that one for a flat rate of 15. The answer was Africa Bambaataa. Let's see. Hello, Dylan. Ah, you got a screwdriver. Cool. And a hat.
No, a doctor.
Oh, yes, with the Stetson and sonic screwdriver. Very cool. I'll talk to you in a minute. Just going to finish this round. Let's reorder the board and see who's in the danger zone come the end of round one. Oh, no ties, but Big Boss, you have snuck out of there, and you do manage to escape. Yeah, Stetsons are cool. like the sonic screwdriver, the Doctor Who one. Big Boss, you get to live to fight another day. Shapes finishes on top with 149, Inca's in second with 130, and AB Me in third with 118. You three will get a little boost as you go into round two, and you'll be joined there by BC, Opsy, Mantissa, Stilgar, Jogflob, Fernando, Kegler Coach, Apodo, Claire, Mr. Vertigo, Puzzle Dan, KS, Kamikaze, Colin, Erin, Meringue Boy, Kolo, Paulister, Shadow, Pyro, Stemster's Angle, and Big Boss, all of whose scores will reset to 0. Very well played. We will see you in round two. Unfortunately, though, we have to lose some players each round. That's how this game works. And there are 6 players in the danger zone. It does mean Dart, Kasani, Fetz, Clive, Nata, Oak Nava. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. And there they go. Fried. Mrs. Flush is back from the cinema. How was it?
It was awesome.
Yeah?
It was really good fun. Really enjoyable.
Excellent.
Lots of coppers.
Oh, lots of coppers up in the car or something. Right. Helps have all been refreshed for those who are still in. Shape starting with 12, Inca with 8, and ABME with 6. 25 players remain in live play, and we need to lose another 6 this round. Yeah, shockingly violent. It is quite violent.
Is it violent here?
Well, the danger zone is now like an electrifying pool where it explodes the players if they're in there at the end of the round.
Oh.
Which is quite fun and
That
exciting.
is very violent. You've been
Very
watching
violent.
Squid Game.
Yeah, a little bit Squid Game-ish. We're going to move on to round number 2, which is...
To answer the question, the movie was The Greatest Showman, and it was an outdoor screening that was being done at a local... Well, they're kind of like an art market.
Pizza restaurant, aren't they?
No, it wasn't the pizza restaurant. It was the actual hotel.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was outdoors.
Goodwood
It was
Hotel.
really, really nice. No, not Goodwood Hotel.
No, but this is like a Goodwood.
Oh, yeah. it
Goodwood
is,
clientele
yeah.
hotel.
Yeah, very, very much so. Yes,
Cool.
It was really good fun. Really enjoyable.
Want some wine?
No, not that stuff. I've
You got some wine in the fridge, I think.
got white. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Excellent.
and
Ah,
have
cool.
another glass.
Well, we're going to carry on with Danger Zone. But maybe we'll see you a bit later on.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. That bodes well, doesn't it?
Don't get up to anything more exciting in the meantime.
Fair enough. Mrs. Flash, everybody.
Get out.
And that's Hermione. Oh, there's a big dog.
I hope anyone can
No,
see
no,
her.
don't put me on the camera.
She has actually run
She
away.
just left
at
the
that
room.
prospect.
The prospect of going on the camera. We're going to move on to round 2, which is an unexpected career change. Career spelled with a K. That was a cold open. Speaking of Squid Game.
Have you
there's-
fed the dogs?
Yes, they have been fed. 5 questions this round. Multiplying again will double your points, and your helps have been refreshed if you're still in live play. Nerfing gets you 12 points this round. Half the remaining players are rounded down. And again, you can use either help once this round, but not both. If you are in the boneyard, you haven't got a help, but you can still answer questions, and you'll get whatever you'll find. However many questions you get right, times by something in pennies at the end of it all. And a medal if you can retain that crown, currently held by Dart, Fetz, and Kusani. Let's go into round number 2, an unexpected career change. Let's play DangerZone. Starting with, the highest value banknote in South Korea is the 50,000 won note. How much is it worth in sterling? About £50, about £90, about £30, about £70. It's about £30, tricky one to open with. About £30 and 50p. Google Exchange widget is sometimes a bit weird, but yes, just over £30. Tricky question. Nando was the fastest, and with a multiplier as well, doubling up to 50 points. Simpsons Angle was second, Big Boss was third, and they're the only players who got it right off their own back. Borderster multiplying but wrong. Nando multiplying and correct. And Apodo, Mantissa, and Kamikaze using an early nerf for the flat rate of 12 points. Let's reorder the board. As anticipated, a big old tie in the Danger Zone. Let's see if we can do something about that. As we go on to, big party in the Danger Zone. That's a lot of coins in there, isn't it? Remember, every time you appear in the Danger Zone, it does count against you should you get to the final. Let's go on. Question 2. Which of these corporations was founded in South Korea? LG, GE, HP, EE. LG was the answer. HP and GE are both American. EE is British, owned by BT. HP Hewlett-Packard, I believe, and GE... I'm not sure what GE actually stands for, despite proving it. I can't remember, but they're American. Most players getting that one right. Meringue Boy was fastest. Shapes was second. Is that right? Oh, well, has it done my weird debug thing? No, that is right. Meringue Boy was fastest. Shapes was second. Apodo was third. ABME was fourth with a multiplier, doubling up to 44. And Jogging was third for 21. Colin also multiplying there and a correct answer. Puzzle Dan multiplying and correct as well. Just Aaron nerfing on that question for the free 12 points. Most players getting that. Let's reorder the board. We have broken that tie and we have the standard 6 players in the Danger Zone. BC at the top of it. And KS, Mr. V, Pyro and Shadow yet to score. Nando's at the top of the game. ABME's in second. Puzzle Dan's in third. On we go. Question number 3. Which of these is not a film directed by Oscar winner Bong Joon-ho? Parasite, Snowpiercer, Old Boy, The Host. That would be Old Boy. It's actually directed by Park Chan-wook. Old Boy serves as the second film in the critically acclaimed Vengeance trilogy and arguably one of the greatest East Asian films ever made. Opsy was fastest and with a multiplier no less, doubling up to 50 points. Great score there, Opsy. Nando was second. Jogflob was third. ABME fourth. Kegler Coach was fifth. Inca also multiplying there and doubling up to 38. No other helps used there, so let's reorder the board. So we've got a standard Danger Zone size. Aaron at the top of it. Claire just a point clear at the moment on 13. Aaron in the Danger Zone on 12. Claire out of it on 13. Cola just a point behind on 11. Still 3 players yet to score in the Danger Zone. Nando's at the top of the game with 92. ABME in second. Opsy in third. Jogflob the highest scoring player with a help still intact. 2 questions left in which to use them. Let's go on to question number 4. Which of these are you most likely to find on a Korean barbecue? Budae jjigae, tongpang, dolsot bibimbap, or dwaje bulgogi? God, make Ben say things. That would be dwaje bulgogi. Bulgogi is the most common kind of Korean barbecue. Dwaji in this case meaning thin slices of marinated spicy pork. Opsy was fastest, Shapes was second, Apodo was third, Kegler was fourth, and Colin was fifth. Big Boss and Simpsons Angle and Shadowmane and Mr. Vertigo using the nerfs. A couple of those very, very quickly thinking, nope, I'm just going to nerf on that one. Mr. Vertigo in under 2 seconds nerfing on that question. Stilgar choosing to multiply, but unfortunately it was a wrong answer. So that is a lost help and you don't get it back. Let's reorder the board with 1 question to go. Still no ties, no changes around the danger zone. Erin is still a point behind Claire, who is safe on 13, but then there's a bit of a gap. We've got 2 players in the danger zone with helps, Colo and Pyro. Nando's at the top, Opsy's in second, Apodo is in third. Don't forget, if you want to multiply, you have to press it when you answer. In keeping with the one answer, one action protocol, which I feel is how it should be. Good luck. Question number 5, take a look. What surprising feature can you find in the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea? A cinema, a golf course, a paintball arena, or a bowling alley? It's a golf course. The Panmunjom Golf Course is frequently called the most dangerous course in the world, namely thanks to the landmines that cover 3 sides of the course. Kamikaze was fastest, Colin was second, Shadowmane third, Stimson's Angle was fourth, and Kolo was fifth, with a multiplier from the danger zone. 42 points is what you're going to earn. That could stand you in good stead. Shadowmane also getting that right in the danger zone, and quickly as well for 23. Jogflob nerfed that one. Kegler, Meringue Boy, and Pyro all multiplied, but all incorrect. Very interesting to see what happens. Claire has nerfed that question. Has she done enough to surpass Mantissa? If you got it wrong and you were in the danger zone, you're going to be staying there. But all eyes on Kolo and Shadow. Claire, Mantissa, Stilgar may be looking over their shoulders a little bit. Let's see what happens as we reorder the board. And there we have it. Mantissa drops into the danger zone. Stilgar does get out. And Claire does not with that nerf. Unfortunately, nerf was not enough to get out of the danger zone there. And nice to see that everyone has used their help. And so at the end of that round, Kuseni is top of the Boneyard with 5 out of 10. Nando finishes on top of the main game with 92. Opsy is second with 91. And Apodo in third with 78. You will get a little boost going into round 3. And you will be joined there by AB, me, Inca, Colin, Stimson's Angle, Shapes, Jogflob, Kolo, Kegler, Kamikaze, KS, Meringue Boy, Big Boss, Puzzle Dan, Paulister, Shadow, and Stilgar, whose scores will be reset to 0. Congratulations, you're through to round 3. However, for Mantissa, Claire, Erin, Mr. V, BC, and Pyro, unfortunately, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. And then there were 19, and in this round we will be losing 7 players. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, which again is wrong. Okay, I clocked this last time and I've not been able to test it because I've not had a critical mass of players. But there's clearly something wrong in the algorithm because, and I'm just going to say this now, if I can't fix the bug, this is going to become the new rule. The danger zone size shouldn't get bigger. So round 1 we had 6, round 2 we had 6. We've now got 7. Because we've got 6 players in the final, the danger zone shouldn't increase to 7 until round 4. As it is, we are going to lose 7 this round and 6 in round 4. Technically it is not how it should be, but other than that, it is not detrimental to the game, other than round 3 has 1 extra player. So if you finish top of the danger zone in this round, you might feel a little bit sad, but I'm putting it on the record that that is how it is going to pan out. We are still going to end up with 6 in the final. Yes, if you finish where KS is now, you might feel a little bit sad, but I'm saying that for this game at least, that is how it is intended to be. Unintentional intention, if you like. Unlucky 13 on brand. Yeah, something like that. So, 19 players remain in live play. Nando starting with 9, Opsy with 6, Apodo with 4. Let's go to round 3. The category is a bottom tier category. A little added spice. You know what? I don't actually hate it. The idea of the penultimate round before the final, so the anti-penultimate round of the game, being the one with the adjusted danger zone size. Of course, it depends how far off we are. I mean, if we had a perfect number of players, if we had, say, 30 players, it would be 6 each round, which would leave 6 in the final. So ultimately, as long as we end up with 6 in the final, I feel it doesn't necessarily matter quite so much, though it should work as I have intended it to work. Ultimately, it does all resolve itself, but it just means that this round is the bearer of the brunt, as it were, the brunt of more players being eliminated. Evan, I'll take spot 13 for you. Well, I think it's Colo getting it in because Colo had this happen to him last week. He was in the extra spot of the danger zone, as it were. So, a bottom tier category. Misses, etc., etc. Notes from Oni here. Let's see what you can do with this. 5 questions. Good luck to you all. Let's play Danger Zone. Here we go. What is the nationality of Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta? Spanish, Argentine, Portuguese, Brazilian. He's Spanish, born and raised in San Sebastian in the northern Basque country region of Spain. Nando was fastest and with a multiplier. Opsy was second and with a multiplier. Both of them in under 2.5 seconds. That is rapid. Jogflob was third. Simpson Zang was fourth. Colo was fifth. And they're the only players in live play who got it right. Stilgar nerfing that one for the flat rate of 9 points this round. Very well played. Let's reorder the board and give ourselves a big-ass danger zone. So it still adapts to create the right number of spots. Kamikaze currently in the unlucky 13th spot, but I'm sure that will resolve as we go on to question number 2. Which car manufacturer produced the Pinto, a car that notoriously could be set on fire easily in a rear-end collision? Chevrolet, Buick, Ford, Dodge. And I have to give credit to Oni for resisting the temptation to put Fiat as one of the options. Because, of course, there's the Fiat Punto, which is not the same as the Ford Pinto. Ford was the answer. The position of the fuel tank may as well have made the rear bumper not exist due to how useless the thing was at protecting the driver. Inca was fastest for 19, KS second for 18, and then 3, 4 and 5 were Kamikaze, Kegler and AB Me, all of whom used multipliers for double points. Other multipliers that came in there past AB Me, Apodo multiplying, Puzzle Dan multiplying but getting it wrong, Big Boss multiplying and getting it right. No nerfs being used there as far as I can see. Ford was the correct answer. Let's reorder the board. And we have still got 7 in the danger zone, so it's clearly decided that we're losing 7 this round. Game have its own brain, I suppose. Shapes at the top of the danger zone in the unlucky 13th spot. Nando's at the top of the game. Opsies in second. Kamikaze now in third. On we go. Question number 3. Where exactly on the pig is the pork butt? Back, shoulder, loin, leg. In the shoulder, named not for the slang term for bottom, but named because it's the thicker end of the pig, like the butt of a gun, for example. And it's on the shoulder, and delicious it is as well. Podo was fastest, Paulus was second, Dan was third, Shapes was fourth, Colo was fifth. Colin multiplying on that one, but with the wrong answer, so that is a lost help and is not going to help you, Colin, and you have lost that help for the rest of the round now. Shadowmane nerfing that one for the flat rate of 9. Has it been enough to get him out of the danger zone? Let's find out as we reorder the board. It has not, but you've moved up 1 place, Shadow, so that's something, I guess. KS Stimson and Meringue Boy all in the danger zone with helps available. Dan, Big Boss, Shadow and Colin all in there without helps and 2 questions left, getting a bit scary. Inca just 1 point clear of the danger zone line, but does still have a help available. Nando's at the top, Apodo's in second, Opsy's in third, though notably Colo's in fourth and has a help. Kusani currently leading the Boneyard with 6. As we move on to question number 4, take a look at this. 90s TV series Noel's House Party was set in which fictional English village? Chunky Bottom, Crikey Bottom, Crinkly Bottom, Crispy Bottom. That would be Crinkly Bottom. Noel's mansion at Crinkly Bottom. In Crinkly Bottom was the answer. A weird time in all our lives, the 1990s were for Saturday night TV. Nando was fastest for 19, Shapes was second with a multiplier for 36, Meringue Boy was third with a multiplier for 34, Apoda was fourth for 16, and Inca was fifth with a multiplier for 30. Good use of multipliers there. No one else used a multiplier, and just the one nerf from KS, the first answer in actually, for that flat rate of 9. Has it been enough to get you out of the danger zone, KS? Let's find out as we reorder the board. It has not. In fact, you are deeper in the danger zone, and we now have a tie at the top between Paulister and Puzzle Dan. Notably, Paulister has got that help available. Puzzle Dan has not. Stimson's Angle also with a help available in the danger zone. If we have a tie at the end, then we will go to a tiebreaker between the players involved in that tie. If you're not in the tie and in the danger zone, you will be eliminated as a matter of course. Kasani's still with the crown in the boneyard. Nando's up at the top. Shapes in second. Apodo is in third. Final question of the round. Good luck. Here's number 5. Which of these parliamentary lower houses has the highest number of seats? Bundestag in Germany, House of Representatives in Japan, National Assembly in France, or the House of Commons in the UK? Oh, goodness me, only 2 players in the main game getting that one right. Meringue Boy was fastest for 19, Kegler Coach was second for 18, Colo used a multiplier but was incorrect, and there were 3 nerfs that came in from Jogflob, Paulister and Stimson's Angle for the flat rate of 9. Paulister may have done enough to get out of the danger zone. Stimson's Angle may have done enough to get out of the danger zone. Let's find out. Kamikaze's looking over his shoulder, AB Me may be looking over his shoulder. Paulister, have you done enough to surpass Jogflob as well? This could be very, very interesting. Let's reorder the board. We have resolved it, and Jogflob, Colo, you've managed to get out. Stimson's Angle finishes in safety on 37, and it's Kamikaze who drops into the danger zone on 34. And you get the unlucky 13 slot. The slot that shouldn't be, but is, because programming. Glad I am demonstrably human, says Claire. Yeah, incidentally, Germany is 736, the UK 650, France is 577, and Japan 465. So at the end of that round, Nando finishes on top with 74, Shapes in second with 64, Meringue Boy in third with 63. You 3 will get a little boost going into the next round, and you'll be joined there by Apodo, KL Coach, Opsy, Inca, Colo, Jogflob, AB Me, Paulister, and Stimson's Angle, all of whose points will be reset to 0. Kasani hanging on to the crown in the boneyard for now, but unfortunately for Kamikaze, Puzzle Dan, KS, Stilgar, Shadow, Colin, and Big Boss. 7 players, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Colin is sharing Kasani's crown, both with 7 questions correct out of 15. And see, the danger zone does resolve itself, and we have now got 6 players to be eliminated and 6 players to remain. In this, the penultimate round, the last round before the final, Nando is going to start with 6, Shapes of 4, Meringue Boy with 3. Round 4 category is the not so big nor fat quiz of the last year. I have no notes on this, but all of these questions will be relating to things that happened in the year that was 2022, I believe. Yes. So, 2022 year in review, if you will. Let's see what you can do. All helps for live players have been refreshed. Remember, you can use one but not the other, and nerf is worth 6 points this round. And if you're finished in the top 6, congratulations, you're in the final. If not, you battle it out in the boneyard. Another 5 questions this round. Good luck. Let's play Danger Zone. And for this first question, hashtag opinions. On October 28th, 2022, Elon Musk bought Twitter. How much did the idiot pay for it? $4 billion, $44 billion, $440 million, or $14 billion? It's quite a widely reported figure. And Oni showing his particular brand of his personality in here with that question. Yes, he paid $44 billion for it and has since renamed it and made it just more terrible in every way than it was before. And I still use it because I am something of a slave to social media. I'm trying to wean myself off it. I'm not posting as much, but not quite as easy to lay it down, especially first thing in the morning. Who was fastest there? Meringue Boy, fastest, and with a multiplier no less for 24 points. Paulister in second, Shapes in third, Jogflob in fourth, and Apodo with a multiplier in fifth, picking up 16 points. No other multipliers being played as far as I can see, so good early multipliers there, and no nerfs being used either. Let's reorder the board. Very interesting. Colo, Nando, Simpsons Angle, Kegler, Opsy, and AB Me all in the danger zone. Meringue Boys at the top, Apodo's in second, Shapes is in third, though notably a lot of helps still available. Let's see what happens as we go to question number 2. Stray, winner of Best Independent Game at the 2022 Game Awards, has the player control what animal? Fox, wolf, dog, or cat? It would be a cat. I know my friend Huds was speedrunning it at one point, and I've not played it myself, but I know it's a Unity game, and it won a lot of awards, and it looks quite fun. Jogflob was fastest, Paulister was second, Shapes third with a multiplier for 20, Nando fourth with a multiplier, Inca fifth with a multiplier, and AB Me also multiplying there and actually coming in sixth. So AB Me doubling up to 14 points there. No other multipliers being used, and no nerfs being used either. Let's reorder the board. Oh, Meringue Boy dropping. Oh no, I looked at the wrong strap. I thought you dropped into the danger zone, but no, you're dropping from first to second. Meringue Boy in second, Shapes on the top at the moment with 34. Nando's in third with 24. Inca, Paulister, and Jogflob also in safety. That is a formidable looking final, but mind you, the danger zone doesn't look any less threatening. Apodo, AB Me, Colo, Opsy, Simpsons Angle, and Kegler all still in contention, all in the danger zone. 4 of them with helps. Oh look, there's sort of like poetry, you know, it rhymes. 4 helps available in the danger zone, 2 helps available outside the danger zone. 6 and 6 are still no ties. Kasani has regained a solo crown in the boneyard, currently on 9. Let's go on to question number 3. Take a look at this. And score count, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Who was the highest paid sportswoman in 2022? Naomi Osaka, Megan Rapinoe, Simone Biles, Serena Williams. Naomi Osaka by about $10 million actually. 51.1 million she made in 2022, with Serena Williams second, 41.3, just shy of $10 million behind. Shapes was fastest. Shapes getting a tennis question. How about that? Meringue Boy was second, Colo third, Inca was fourth. Just the 4 getting it right off their own back. Paulister also choosing to nerf that one for the flat rate of 6. No other helps being used. Let's reorder the board. 3-way tie for the crown between Claire, Colin, and Cassani in the boneyard, all of them on 9 at the moment. And we've still got 6 and 6, so Colo and Jogging are dancing around that danger zone line, 22 and 21. Colo in safety, Jogging in the danger zone, both with a help available. Opsy, Stimson, Angle, Kegler at the bottom of the danger zone, but also with helps available. Potentially any of them could get 24 points, enough to propel them into safety. Top 5 in the green at the moment do not have a help available, and there are 2 questions left. Good luck as we go to question number 4. The children's TV series Arthur ended in 2022. In which year did it debut on screen? 1996, 1990, 1999, 1993. In a bit to make you all feel old, it was 1996. I have no more notes on that, but I remember watching that show as a kid, and I was born in 88, so that does sort of time out about right to my brain. Apodo was fastest there for 12, Kegler was second for 11, and Paulister was third for 10. 2 of the 3 players getting that one right were in the danger zone. There were 2 multipliers used by Opsy and Stimson's Angle. Both of them were incorrect, so those helps are going to be lost. 1996 was the answer. Let's reorder the board. Colo slips into the danger zone, and a message from our sponsor, Random Zombie.
Yo, how are you? 9 months. Wow.
9 months indeed. Another Twitch baby. It's about the 3rd Twitch baby we've had tonight. Random Zombie, thank you for the 9-month subscription. Much appreciated. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. So, with one question to go, we've got 6 in and 6 out. All of the players out of the danger zone have used their helps. 3 of the players in it still have them. They are Colo, Jobflob, and Kegler. AB Me, Opsy, and Stimpson's Angle have got some work to do. In fact, Stimpson's Angle and Opsy, I do not believe that you can progress because the maximum you can get is 17, which would not get you out of the danger zone. AB Me, you could get up to 26. There is a chance that you can get through. Kegler, Jobflob, and Colo. I don't know if a nerf will help you with 6 points. Possibly for Colo and jogging, certainly won't for Kegler, but a multiplier could be big money. Let's find out. One more question this round. Here it is. In which country, upon her inauguration in 2022, did Xiomara Castro, the president, elect to change the colour of the stripes and stars of its flag from dark blue to turquoise? That is interesting. Only one player getting it right, and it was Meringue Boy, who had a good think about it before he went in, taking him just over 10 seconds, but he did get the right answer, 12 points. The only other points going out there are from Colo, who nerfed it for 6. It is, I think, going to be enough to displace Nando and throw him into the danger zone. Jogflob and Kegler both multiplying and both incorrect. Could we have Colo in the final? I don't quote me on this. Colo will be able to confirm, but I remember what Colo said once before, back in the early days of Danger Zone, how he likes to play the Boneyard game because it's a speed-based game, and so he's not won a medal before. I don't know, have you been in the final before? Because I know, Colo, you've won some lobby games before. Have you actually been in the final? Paulus are confirming it's his first final. We'll wait for Colo. While we wait for Colo, I'm going to reorder the board and see. Not accepting test games. Let's find out. Have you done enough? And is there going to be pain for Nando? Oh, there's a switch around Nando.
Pain.
The pain of dropping into the danger zone right there on that last question. That is the brutality of this game. The answer, incidentally, was Honduras. It just occurred to me, I didn't go through. The design was standardized to be turquoise in 1949. However, the flag never actually changed color. It was only officially changed as recently as this August. And there we have it. Nando, Jogflob, AB Me, Kegler, Opsy, and Stimpson in the danger zone at the end of the round. It means our finalists this week, and Random Zombie, welcome to the stream as well. I know I said hello, but I'm saying it again. Are going to be Meringue Boy, Shapes, Paulister, Apodo, Inca, and Colo. At least 2 players in the final of Danger Zone for the first time. I know a few people refer to this as one of the big 3. The Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor of game night. This is one of them, maybe. So this could be a very interesting run because there are some enormously strong players, but we do have to say goodbye to some very strong players as well, because unfortunately Stimpson, Opsy, Kegler, Aidini, Jogflob, and at the last minute Nando. It is the end of question 5. You are in the danger zone, which means we have got to say goodbye. Up next, Game Night Civil War. That could be quite fun. Ow. Ow indeed. So after 20 questions, Claire, Kegler and Cassini are crowned in the Boneyard with 10 out of 20, exactly half of them. And the points as set for the final are worked out by the number of correct answers you have given minus the number of times you've appeared in the danger zone, which is why there is a slightly random ordering there. Apodo, for example, may have gotten 11 out of 20 and been in the danger zone once, which would give him 10. Likewise Shapes, likewise Inca, all on 10. Meringue Boy's got 6, Colo's got 4, Paulus has got 3. Bit of work to do for those players in the second half, but it could be done because there are 6 points available per question. Let's go to the final round, which, as ever, is general knowledge. 5 questions again in this round, and the reason it says this, I have added a thing. No one's tried it yet, but we have now got the capacity to have any number of questions in the round, any number of rounds in the game, and everything should just work itself out. Weirdness in the danger zone size notwithstanding. And I can also anonymise the number of questions, which would lead to a sort of chaos danger zone, where you don't know when the end of the round is going to be. That's a thing that is now in, and maybe tested at some point for a sort of chaos danger zone, which I know a couple of people recommended last week, and I know Colo and I think Arun have expressed an excitement at trying something like that. So maybe that'll appear at some point during season 12. A spontaneous chaos danger zone could be kind of fun. Anyway, those are our 6 finalists. You're battling out in the Boneyard for the lobby medal after 25 questions. Who will have the most? We will see. 500 questions danger zone. So just have 500 rounds of one question. That would be very fun. No, you would need more players. You'd need because it won't let you start the game until you've got enough players to get through all the rounds. So yeah, something to think about. And our 6 finalists are Podo, Shapes, Inca, Meringue Boy, Colo, and Paulister. All battling it out for the gold medal. And remember, in this game, I will award you pennies equal to however many questions you get right times 20. So if you are on 10 so far, you're already guaranteed 200 pennies, which is nice. Hopefully we can get you a few more than that. So effectively 20 pennies for every question you get right. Still feels a little bit cheap, given the inflation we're doing, but it's still being fine-tuned. The final round is general knowledge. Good luck to our players in the Boneyard, because there's a lot of players on 9 there. After that, Stilgar, Opsy Mantis and John Flog, Fernando and Colin all on 9, and even AB Me and Fetz on 8 have got a chance, and 3 players on 10. So that Boneyard crown could go any which way, but especially good luck to our 6 finalists. 5 questions left this Saturday evening. Good luck. Let's play DangerZone. Released in 2015, Go Set a Watchman is a first draft of which Pulitzer Prize winning novel? Kasani letting that question slide, and Claire getting it right. She is going to take a Boneyard crown all on her own. 5 out of 6 players in the main game getting it right. Meringue Boy fastest, Shape second, Apodo third, Colo fourth, and Inca was fifth. Just Paulister missing out on that one. Let's reorder the board. Shapes into the top spot with 15. I know he got his first Danger Zone. I know Shapes was the one who referred to the big 3, and he said he didn't have any medals, and then he won 2 of them in one night. Was it Danger Zone and Escape Artist, or Danger Zone and Purge? I forget which the other one was. But he's currently at the top in line to get his second Danger Zone gold. Apodo's in second, Inca and Meringue Boy tied in third. Colo's got 7 in fourth, and Paulister with 3 in fifth. Danger Zone and Purge. Literature, my kryptonite. Let's go on. Question 2. In which book of the Bible does Samson get his hair cut, robbing him of his superhuman strength? Judges, Jonah, Jeremiah, Joshua. Literature tangential is the answer. Another literature question, or a literature tangential question. Judges is the answer. All 6 players in the main game getting it right. Meringue Boy fastest, Shape second, Inca third, Apodo fourth, Colo fifth, and Paulister sixth. The act happens in Judges 16:19. By 16:21, the Philistines capture him and gouge his eyes out. Cheerful stuff in the Old Testament. Very, very strong final. Out of 12 answers, only 1 has been dropped so far. Let's reorder the board and see what happens. Meringue Boy now leaping up to second. 2018, 17, 16 in the top 4. This is brutal. Shape still in the lead, but not by much. Meringue Boy's in second, Apodo in third, Inca in fourth, Colo fifth, Paulister in sixth. 3 questions to go. Claire still retaining that crown in the Boneyard. Kegler, Mantissa, and Opsy all 1 point behind. Her eyes get gouged out. Like Rapunzel entangled. No, I don't remember that scene in Tangled. Question 3. Have a look. Which of these measurements is the largest? Rontogram, quectogram, ronagram, quetagram. It's quetagram. All of these prefixes were created in 2022, so call back to an earlier round, with a quetagram being 1,000 ronograms, or 10 to the power 30 grams. Ronto and quecto naturally go in the other direction, with 1 gram being 10 to the 30 quectograms. being 10 to the negative 30, I suppose that would probably be. Quetagram was the answer. Just 2 getting it right. Apodo for 6 and Paulister for 5. Has that done much to the scores? Let's find out as we reorder the board. It has indeed, and Apodo jumps up to the top spot, muscling in for that gold medal, but there's still 2 questions to go. Apodo with the lead of 23, Shapes with 20, Meringue Boy with 18, currently in bronze medal position. Inca Kola and Paulister still 12 points available, so we could still have some upsets. I don't think Paulister can qualify for the gold, but could potentially get a silver. Let's go on to question number 4. In Australian rules football, what is the name of the sleeveless shirt the players wear? Jersey, Alderney, Sark or Guernsey? Interesting. Just 4 players getting it right, and all in the boneyard. Claire, Mantissa, Kamikaze and Shadow. Very well played. And with that, Claire has booked in her boneyard medal because she's got a 2-point lead with with 1 question remaining. Very well done, Claire. You've won the boneyard and a Danger Zone lobby medal. Congratulations. But in the live game, nobody getting it right at all. Despite most sports having jerseys, AFL, Australian Football League, calls theirs a Guernsey. They really do. One of those weird pieces of trivia, but the rugby has finished now, so I can actually concentrate on this. Well, it's worked for you, Claire. You're guaranteed the lobby medal, so very well played. Let's reorder the board, such as it is. It's a couple of movements in the boneyard, and it is all going to come down to this. Inca can only hope to get a silver at this point, but Meringue Boy, Shapes, and Apodo, any of them could get the gold, depending what the others do. Advantage squarely with Apodo at the moment. If Apodo gets this right, there's a good chance he finishes with the gold. Let's find out. Good luck. Final question of the night is... I'm signalling to you a letter D for Danger Zone with a lowercase z in semaphore. In which position are my flags from your perspective? Both flags due north, left flag due south, right flag due north, both flags due south, or left flag due north, right flag due south? Whew. Left flag due north, right flag due south. So it's that, effectively. So that would be both north, that would be both south, and then it's that one or that one. From your perspective, it would be that. Left flag due north, right flag due south. That's a D in semaphore, I suppose. Inca was fastest for 6. Colo was second for 5. Meringue Boy was third for 4. Paulister was 5th for 3. So Paulister was 4th for 3. Apodo was 5th for 2. And Shapes was incorrect. Claire cementing that lobby crown. 15 out of 25 is a very good score. This is something everyone knows, it appears. I don't know what is going to happen here. We said Inca could only get the silver. Has he done enough to surpass Meringue Boy to get it? Has Meringue Boy done enough to surpass Apodo to take the gold? I really don't know. For the final time, well, let's reorder the board. And there we have it. Paulister finishing in... Well, let's go through the boneyard first of all. No tie breaks this week. Claire with a resounding victory in the boneyard. 15 out of 25 and a lobby medal going to her. Paulister missing out on a medal, but finishing on 12 points in the final. A superb final appearance for Paulister right there. Very many congratulations. Colo just missing out on a medal. It's a Verdigris medal because of that tie up in silver. But Colo, unfortunately, the lack of medals in Danger Zone continues, but a tremendous effort, especially on your first final there, but you finish on 14. It's going to be a bronze medal to Shapes with 20 in the final. There is a tied silver for Meringue Boy and Inca with 22 points each, both of them taking a silver medal. It's only the gold where we go to a tiebreaker, and there is no need for it this week because with 25 points in the final, first place and gold medal of Danger Zone this week goes to Apodo. That strap looks much better with a border and a slightly darker red and the line not being over it. Yeah, much better colour. Much better colour right there. Well, good game of Podo, and a great pack from Oni. I think he's absent tonight, I haven't seen him, but really, yeah, it was a horrible grade before, Aaron. Really, really great pack. I think very, very fair. Why am I alt-tabbing? I don't mean to alt-tab then, sorry. I meant to go to this window and check the penny database to see what that means for a Podo. And your medal cabinet. Let's take a look, shall we? Players. You'll be quite near the top of the list because you begin with an A. A Podo Nuevo. That is your first Danger Zone medal, and it's the big one, the gold. Very well done, Apodo. Your first medal in Danger Zone, and it is a gold one. Let's see how Inca and Run marry up in the medal stakes. A Run. Oh, Run, you've completed the collection. You've got a gold, you've got a bronze, and now you've got a silver. Just a lobby, actually. You need a lobby to finish it off. But now you've got a gold, silver, and bronze. Innis, 5 gold, 6 silver, and 4 bronze. You've still not got a lobby one yet, but that is your 7th silver medal. And as for shapes, down at t'other end, W, we like shapes. 1 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze. Now 3 bronze and 4 boneyards for you as well, shapes. So adding to your cabinet. Everyone adding to their cabinet there, apart from Apodo, who gets his first Danger Zone medal. Very many congratulations. Claire, what's the state of your medal cabinet? Shall we be a bit nosy at your medal cabinet? That is your 3rd Danger Zone boneyard medal. Still yet to get the gold, silver, and bronze, but a valiant effort all the same. Great game, lovely pack, and from Oni. Oni packs are really, really great. When he writes it, it's minimal proofing, so I remember proofing that. I think there was one question where the syntax was changed, that was the only thing in it. Apart from that, it's just a joy to proof. So very many thanks to Oni and Absentia for a lovely pack there. We're going to do a Spacey 4 game, I think, just to wrap up the night, give you some extra pennies if you fancy sticking around for that. So we're going to roll the credits. Again, thank you very much, everyone, for playing. Times your score by 20. That is how many pennies you will get. And congratulations once again to Apodo, our Danger Zone champion. And apologies once again to Oni, I haven't updated the credits, but it's not impossible your name is here from last season. Guess we'll find out. See you for Spacey 4 game in a couple of minutes. And as it turns out, Alex's name was in the credits from last time, so that's all hunky-dory. I'm just going to pop to the BRB screen for a moment while we stop the build. Move Oni's pack into the used folder. No tie breaks this week. Let's give you some danger bonuses. Danger 212 if you'd like another 212 pennies. We will do some Spacey 4 game just to wrap up the night if you fancy a chance of getting even more pennies. As ever, if you have got thoughts or feedback on either the build of Danger Zone or the standalone client app, do come and join the Discord right there and pop your thoughts into the suggestions channel. I appreciate there were a couple of people, some Mac-related issues there this evening, so if you want to report more fervently on those, then the Discord is the place to do that. But it looked by and large like most people were happy. It is very, very tempting to say that the... let's just change that to that since the game is over. To say that the wrong size Danger Zone in round 3 is actually a feature rather than a bug because I'm lazy and don't want to go and fix it. But I probably should look into that a little bit more and find out what is going on with that algorithm. So yeah, that's lots of things to think about. But hopefully that played out well. And if you've got any feedback, I do look forward to hearing it very soon. Right, time for some Spacey 4 game just to wrap up the evening. I'm going to stop that bonus and refresh the app so pennies should all be up to date. And remember, I have inflated the value of the payouts for Spacey 4 game in line with the cost of living crisis such that we are having at the moment. And Come on, Spacey 4 game, whenever you fancy it. There we go. Control... Yeah, points per player has gone up. So, if you would like a chance to win some more pennies, right, left or right? Like a good adventurer, I will, of course, go left. For every player who enters, I will add 50 pennies to the prize pot. And then whoever survives at the end will win all of those pennies. So, come and join the game. Let's inflate that value. And see if someone can come into a small windfall. Hopefully you see your name on the screen if you have gotten in. 1,350 pennies in so far. Very nice, very nice. And I will take this opportunity to tell you what I've got coming up next week. 1,400 pennies going up for the winners. So, next week, 1,450. I'm anticipating BC coming in at the last second. Oh, a run coming in at the last second, for making it 1,500 pennies. And it's the left who survive and the right who drop. So, 1,500 pennies up for grabs. Left or right, 30 seconds to decide. Next week, we have got Battlefront by Colo. We have got The Abyss by Mark, and possibly by me adding some supplementary questions. And we have got Data Leak by BC. There is a possibility that there will be a preview game of The Purge as well on the new software, ahead of the first proper game of that on November the 11th. Oh, bad, not that. Not twice in a row. The pendulum seems to be paying off at the moment. Dan, Topper, Mantissa, Chronoblizer, Tadaru, Artifacts, Kamikaze, and Shapes go on. Left or right. So yes, that's Battlefront, The Abyss, and Data Leak to look forward to next Saturday, the 14th of October here at Game Night, and possibly a preview of The Purge as well. Elsewhere, Bash has just finished his Season 12, but he is not without streams. For next week, he has got a sort of Q&L thing on the Wednesday, with some guests hosting. I think something similar is happening on the Friday as well, but that is over on Ash's channel, twitch.tv/AT_Bash. Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 PM. He's on off season this week, but I think there are some guests in his place. And our great friend Topper1 Gaming, who is no longer in the contention for 1,500 pennies, but he is going to be here next Thursday at 8 PM, and he is going to be playing Words on Stream, Rebound, and the 21st question. That is Thursday the 12th of October at 8 PM. Go and give him a follow if you're not doing so already. Shapes potentially bucking the trend. Is he going to have a happy ending? He is indeed. We like Shapes. 1,500 pennies. A great ploy right there. As well, of course, you have got JB. JB, have you got Wheel After Dark? Is it XIV? I can't remember. Have you got an underscore? No, you haven't. So, JB Henry XIV. There he is. JB also does quiz-related, quiz-tangential stuff. Wheel After Dark. Our community night over with JB. That's in a few hours' time, I think. So do go give them a follow as well. Shapes, as if you needed any more, you've won 1,500 pennies. And can we all get a round of applause in chat for We Like Shapes? Because as of last week, he was the first player ever to get 100,000 pennies overall. Shapes, I feel like I'm going to send you a little prize, a little commemorative plaque of some sort, as the first player to reach 100,000 pennies last week. May have since been surpassed tonight, someone else may have got there since, but Shapes was the first player to do that last week, so you don't need any more, but you are now up to 1,500 pennies. So very well done indeed, and thank you for all the support you can achieve by being serially available. I am enormously grateful to you for your support, and well rewarded. Another 1,500 for you there. They should have been added on, so I am going to leave it there. I think just the one run of that tonight, and what a fun night it's been. No crashes. a feature rather than a bug, arguably, in New Danger Zone. Do look forward to reading your feedback. I see a few pings are coming in. As ever, if you've got anything you'd like to add, say, discuss, share, recommend, advise, the Discord is the place to do it, so do go on over there. I am going to be around on a message from our sponsor, We Like Shapes.
Also this,
yes, indeed. Thank you very much for the 34-month subscription there, Shapes. Most grateful to you. I will probably be lurking on Ash's and or Topper's streams over the coming week, but I will certainly be here next Saturday at 8 p.m. Hopefully I'm not going to audio loop there. No, I'm not. At 8 p.m. Next week for Battlefront, The Abyss, and Data Leak. Another sort of short-ish game because Abyss is auto-running, and maybe a couple of things I need to tweak in The Abyss before that plays out. And Data Leak as well tends to be a short game. So it might be another finishing sensibly on time. We are going to go and raid my buddy HUD601. He's got a lot of quiz raids. I know Ash raided him on Friday as well. So we're going to go raid HUD601. He's a great friend of mine. He's raising money this month. I think it's Blue Cross, which is an animal protection charity, all this month because he does his Bristol Pride in June and he does his Blue Cross in October. So all bits and subs and everything else that he gets this month are going to that, and he's a Sonic speedrunner. A lot of you probably know him because he came and guest hosted here a few weeks ago. He came to visit, and we do Sonic quizzes sort of once a year for Bristol Pride. He's a great guy and worthy of your followage and patronage. So we're going to go raid him, and we're going to say... what should we say? Hashtag, what was funny? What happened tonight? What was funny? Hashtag, ticker? In what? Yeah, it's got to be done. In one. In one. Just that, without, no, not even a hashtag. That's the right message to HUD601. Let's just pop over to HUD and say, in one, for the running gag carrying it on from Friday with Bash. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you've had fun. Thanks again to all of our writers, to Cola as well, who proved distinction for us, to all of our winners and to all of you for playing. All of our winners, congratulations to all of you for playing. Thank you for joining me. I've had fun. I will be back next Saturday with Battlefront, The Abyss, and Data Leak. And until then, be absolutely splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. Raid HUDs 601. There we go. And until next time, you have been watching Game Night. I have been Royal Flush. Take care. Peace out and good night.